So today I have a tool on my workbench here. This is a Harbor Freight Special Central Pneumatic and high-speed air body saw. Item number 91753. Now I don't mind crappy tools as long as they work. This tool worked for like 10 minutes and then it stopped. I put it in my drawer, just kind of gave up on it. And the other day I needed it because I had to cut the bodywork on a golf cart of mine, so just plastic. And I didn't want to use my Sawzall because it's a little much. And this thing's really nice when it was working. But I want to figure out why it stopped working. And I don't believe it's just because it's junk. Even junky tools should work, even though poorly, but they should still work. And I'll show you what it does. So when I plug in the air, it does that. Or you can just stop it. That doesn't want it. So if you get, something to cut, and it just stops. I've lubricated down in here. I've put oil down there. Nothing has seemed to work. Let's see if we could try to figure out how to make it work, or if it's just a pile of junk. Right here, there's a port. I'm not entirely sure I know what it does. Looks like it's the top half of that valve. Let's open it up, see what's inside. Alright, we got this, looks like a flathead in there. What if I take that all the way out? Doesn't appear to be doing much. Anything. Doesn't unscrew. See if it's made any. Well, that's worse. So that little screw in there didn't seem to do much. What happens if I take this whole housing off? Should be a lock ring. There it is. Got an O-ring. Here's that hole that shows up on camera. Right there, that goes to this cavity. That is lined up with that slot right there. This looks like the valve for it. That's exactly what it is. Let me put the cap back on and see if I line up that slot and air comes through. Maybe it was just out of alignment. Let's see. Alright, put it all back together. I have that smaller slot in the middle lined up. Well, I don't know if the hole's over on this side or it's on that. Well, let's see. Nope. That didn't do it. Let's turn this thing around. Guess there's two ways you can put this in and get this straight. That's worse. Now we're going to have to go a little deeper. Let's take these 4 Allen screws out and take the back of this off. Let's see where that gets us. Let's see what size you are. Nope. Yep. What size is that? Ooh, that's a 3mm. Okay. Well, that was easy. We got a gasket here. Got a hole right there. Looks like the air comes in here and comes out that hole. And that's all this does. Looks like a little valve maybe. There's a little, I don't know if you can see it. There's a little screw head, a little Allen screw head. Maybe that's an adjuster. So as this comes back, it pushes it forward. It's supposed to push on this. Open it up. I don't know if you can hear it, it's a little sticky too. It's smaller. There you go, 1 turn. Unscrewed. I'm not supposed to be proud of that surface or not. I'll tell you what, let me get a drop of oil. Put a drop of oil down there. Ooh, that sounds gross. I don't know if we can save this. Well, I adjusted that screw. Let me put it back together and see if it'll run better. Got it all put back together. Well, it's not any better. Now it stops at the bottom of the stroke every time. It seems better, but not quite. Tell you what we'll do. Let's open her back up. Let's adjust that screw a little bit further out. Let's try that. Okay, I got all the screws out again. Let's take this apart, take this out. I think this is the valve that makes it go back and forth the way I see it, because you got 2 holes here. I bet you one of them goes up to the front because it wants to naturally spring forward. So what I think is happening when it gets stuck down, the air is going through one of these holes and pushing it down, and this little screw is not coming up and releasing it. So we might be onto something, but let's do one more turn there. Now that is coming up just barely above above that surface. Now there's no Loctite or anything on this. So if we get it working, we got to come back in and put some Loctite on it, because that screw will just back down, which I think is what it did, because it, like I said, it used to work for like 10 minutes and then it just stopped. So let me put it back together here and we'll see. We'll see if that little screw is the key to this little guy working. Alright, put it all back together here. Give it some air. Well, I can still stop it. Now let's stop it on its own. It's like the carburetor's dirty. Well, let's give it one more adjustment. All right, open her up one more time, maybe. I can't see it opening this valve, if this is a valve. It's kind of like it's getting hung up. Let's open this front part. Got a cylinder right here with a spring, a set screw, two set screws that hold the blade on, and a blade guide up here. See right there. It catches. Maybe my blade is grabbing right here. Let's flip the blade around. It feels a lot better. Let me open that up just. Oops. Hit the camera here, make everything shaky. Loosen that about a quarter turn. And you can see here, I'm putting another couple drops of oil in there. I like the sound of that. Oh, blade came out. Alright, let's put it back together. Blade fell out. Let's see if sifts will run. Okay, I got it all back together. Got the valve in there, which I think is the valve. This part back on. I put my blade back on. Seems to move free. There we go, there's something. Get it on camera. Well, it's self-starting. It doesn't have any power now. My air compressor's up at full power. Should be right around 100 pounds. Oh, this may not be fixable. It is better, but is it usable? I don't know. Alright, well, I just lied to you. I went and checked my air compressor because I have it turned off when I'm filming, so it doesn't turn on. It's just, you know, it's right over there, so it makes a lot of noise. I checked it, I was at probably 65 pounds. So I kicked it on and it shuts off at about 125 pounds, and I screwed in the regulator all the way in. So the regulator is putting out maybe, you know, 110 or so, which is probably way too high. Woo, now we got some power. There we go. This is a piece of bodywork or plastic that when I was trimming my golf cart. I had to use the Sawzall. I wish I could have used this, but maybe I can do that for future trims. But well, that's pretty sad. I don't know if that's useful at all. Makes a lot of noise, uses a lot of air, leaks oil. I've taped my safety off because I like to live dangerously. But disappointing, very disappointing. I was hoping I could fix it. It's better. You know, they cut this piece of wood okay. I don't know. But it's not going to be my go-to tool for small little cuts. I don't know. Hoping we could fix it, but we made it better. But it's not good. And I think it's probably on par with out of the box when I got it. So, oh well. We tried. Hope you liked the video.